Joe in Negaunee, Michigan? How do you say that, Joe?
Right.
Yeah.
Good job.
Whereabouts is that in Michigan? I grew up in Michigan.
Well, and I watch your show. Don't agree with a lot of things, but I watch your show. I think you grew up around Lansing. I'm up in UP.
Up in the UP, okay. That's why I lived up in the UP for one summer. I lived in a teepee up in the Cherokee National Forest up there, and I also worked when Louise when she was first pregnant with our first child. I was working for WNBY up in Newberry.
I'm right near Marquette. I'm about 3 miles from Lake Superior.
Yeah, it's where Louise's brother went to college, and he ships out of there now. He's a sea captain or
Great Lake
on Lake Superior. Yeah. So anyhow, Joe, you wanted to talk about voter discrimination?
Well, I was just wondering, and again, I may not agree with you, but it doesn't make me angry.
That's nice.
If you have to prove who you are when you go to the polls, is that voter discrimination?
That's a real reasonable question, and I don't think that it is voter discrimination if you have to prove who you are when you go to the polls. And typically, in order to register to vote, you have to prove who you are. In every state, and it's been this way pretty much forever, you have to bring in some sort of utility bill to show that you actually live there. You have to have some sort of ID that will satisfy a local resident, and very often they're volunteers, but sometimes they're, county and state employees, whatever, that will satisfy them that you are who you say you are. And, the states have been doing this for forever. I mean, they've been doing it since the founding of the Republic. And there's only one state that doesn't have voter registration. I think it's North Dakota, rather. You can just show up and vote. But even then, unless they know you, which is typically the case in small town North Dakota. But once you've registered to vote, you put your signature on file, and then when you come back, and I know this from when I was a kid, my mom was one of those women who worked the voting tables, who volunteered to help people vote. And you'd come in and you then say your name, and they'd look you up in the book, and you would sign the book, and they would pull out the signature, the original signature, the photograph of it or photostat of it, and compare them. And if it looked like your signature, then you could go vote. So that's the way we always did it. We never had a problem. And, George W. Bush spent $74 million over a 7-year period, $94 million over a 7-year period, funding a major search by federal prosecutors. 97 of the federal prosecutors were searching for, or 93 of the federal prosecutors. 7 of them refused to do so, and he fired them, if you'll recall, that time that George W. Bush fired the 7 federal prosecutors out of the 100 that we have nationwide. The 93 of them spent all these almost $100 million looking for voter fraud, looking for people who were pretending to be somebody that they weren't, people who did not have the legal right to vote, or people who were voting multiple times. And they were successful over that 7-year period during the Bush administration. They were successful in prosecuting about 35 people.
Okay,
so and almost all of those 35 people that they busted were people who were felons in states where you lose your right to vote even after you're off parole, and didn't realize it, because in some states when you're off parole you can go back to voting. And so basically, voter fraud doesn't exist in the United States, never really has.
I don't believe that. Can I tell you what happened November of 2012 when I went to vote?
Sure.
In the state of Michigan. I did not have to prove that I was who I said I was.
Right.
I could sign an affidavit saying, yep, I'm who I'm saying I am.
Right, and they would look at your signature and compare it with your original signature when you registered to vote.
No, they don't. Because if I went to a different precinct, then they don't have that on file. That's what I'm saying is people want to say that if you have to prove who you are, somehow I'm disenfranchising you.
Joe, if you vote illegally,
let me speak. I let you speak.
Well, no, I'm asking you a question here.
You're going to be just like Rush Limbaugh, and you're going to.
I'm trying to ask you a question, Joe. Calm down.
Well, but
here's a simple question.
And you cut me off.
I thought you made your point.
Last time I spoke, and you're going to do it right now.
I thought you'd made your point.
Well, no, you have to let me finish speaking to let me finish my point. You want to give your point.
Joe, if you're going to filibuster, we're going to end the conversation. Here's my simple question for you. It's a crime to commit voter fraud. It's a crime for you to go in there.
You're not going to let me speak.
No, I'm not. I'm going to pot you down for a second and just ask you this question, and then I'll bring it back up and see if you want to answer it. If you go in and steal a candy bar, you can go to jail. If you vote illegally, you can go to jail. Given that, who in their right mind would vote illegally?
Feeling, then don't say you're free speech, because you are not. You are not free speech. You're your agenda and nothing else. I listen to you because I care to hear what somebody else says.
Yeah. Okay, so are you going to answer my question?
To hear what somebody else says. You want to put them down because they feel...
Can you answer my question, Joe?
That is the problem with my country, that I served 20 years in the military to preserve your right.
God bless you, Joe.
You are.
Can you answer my question?
What is your question?
If you go in and steal a candy bar from 7-Eleven, you go to jail. If you vote illegally, you go to jail. Who in their right mind is going to do either?
Okay. What happened in Ohio when the voting official just said they voted more than 3 times? Are they in jail?
Actually, yeah, that one guy, that one Republican who said that he was doing that, he was being prosecuted.
As bad as my mother-in-law, who is a Rush Limbaughite. Every sentence you say is prefaced by the other party.
I haven't mentioned the Republican Party.
My country is because you don't give a damn. You want to have power.
I am not a politician, Joe. I don't have any power.
But everything you preface that you disagree with is Republicans. And
I'm just saying that I don't think the voting fraud exists as a problem in this country.
It does.
Then why are people not being put in jail for it?
The Acorn thing, when they were teaching people how to cheat.
Acorn, A, does no longer exist, and B, Acorn was the group that turned in the guy, James O'Keefe, who was soliciting voter fraud. They turned him in. They actually turned him in. Joe, anyhow, we're out of time. Joe, thank you for the call. Thank you for the courtesy of the call. We'll be back.